Premier League Team of the Season is here in FC 25 with some amazing players, including the GOAT, Jamie Vardy. 5-star weak foot, an amazing set of in-game stats, 900,000 coins though. This was always going to be an insta-complete for me, and most other Leicester fans. But is this card worth it? That's what we're going to find out today. We're going to be playing him up front in this past and present Leicester team, play a few games, and let you know my thoughts as we go. As I said before, he is rather expensive, so if you need some coins to be able to go and complete the SBC, or go and buy any other Prem TOTS, go down to the link in the description, fifacoin.com, for the cheapest coins available out there, and use code BIRD at checkout for a big discount on those coins. Game 1, we are up against a pretty much full, Team of the Season squad. Doesn't get much harder than that. First Touch Basic is a playstyle that you're going to find on this Vardy, so he is going to be able to take things in his stride pretty well. And of course, we saw that Rapid Plus on his card, bursts away from defenders. A good strike. So if we set Vardy on a run and then we utilise a bit of a speed boost, we can get away from a defender. Great save by Trafford. But Rapid Plus, obviously a very, very useful playstyle. Really helpful to have those on your forwards. 4-star skills, a bit of technical dribble as well. Combine that with press proven, and it means if you're holding down the trigger, he's going to be able to hold off defenders really well. Maybe not when there's 2 or 3 of them. Play that into Lineker. Into Vardy. Little heel to heel. Slot it past the keeper on that 5-star weak foot. I actually put a tiny bit too much power on it, so it didn't utilise his playstyle. Still puts it away. I'm just chilling with him, celebrating after he scored that goal. Thinks we're going to go for the speed boost, but instead we're going to go for a nice little technical dribble. In one way, round the other. What a save! This James Trafford card. Wow. 1-2. Lineker to Vardy. Utilise that pace. The 4-star once again. And then low driven plus. That's what I tried to do last time, but I put a tiny bit too much on it. And Jamie Vardy gets his brace both on his left foot. Which, fun fact, when we first got promoted to the Premier League, the season before that, EA had him down as a left-footed player. Shows how much they care about anything outside of the top 5 leagues. There's one other playstyle that we haven't mentioned, and that is the fact that he has pinged pass. So if you like getting your strikers involved in build-up play, that could be pretty handy. And the other thing we try and look at in game number 1 of these reviews is the specific in-game stats. If you look at his pace, it can't get any better. However, there are some cards on this game that have max pace that feel faster than others. And this is one of those cards where, in combination with Rapid Plus, goodness me does he feel fast. So, he's not one where it's sort of a fake 99. Oh, and there he goes again, bursting away. Great save, Trafford. Now, when it comes to shooting, this Vardy has some very, very good stats, including 99 penalties. 98 finishing, attacking positioning, shot power, all amazing, other than long shots. That's not necessarily an awful thing for a striker because a lot of your shots are going to be from inside the box, especially when you're utilising his playstyles. You've got power shot if you do want to take long shots, but inside the box, low driven plus. He is so quick! He's missed though, Jamie! And that right there is a perfect example of the one thing he's missing to make his shooting perfect. Oh, the Vardy clutch assist in the last minute to take it to extra time. I was saying, the one thing that he lacks in terms of shooting is finesse. The top tier strikers on this game have finesse shot plus and maybe low driven plus. He doesn't even have base or silver finesse shot. That is a problem unless you want to utilise the finesse shot plus that you see in the season pass on him. In which case, you fix that one problem that this card has shooting-wise. 5-star weak foot as well. It's incredible. Game number 2. More Team of the Season centre-backs for Vardy to face off against. Nice. Power shot plus! No! It just doesn't work anymore. His Vardy does have 99 jumping and 99 heading accuracy. However, he's lacking aerial. So, unfortunately, those stats in this game don't really mean what they used to. But his other physical stats are good. They've finally fixed his stamina on this card. He's got decent strength. If you want to boost it up, you can. And 99 aggression is great. So let's also look at his passing and dribbling. So in terms of his passing stats with this Vardy, there's a reason why a lot of the chem style choices that people are going to go with are either going to completely ignore it or that is the main focus. Because his short passing is fine. In the 90s for a striker is great. However, to properly involve in build-up play, you can't have 75 long passing. And a lot of people won't care about passing when it comes to their striker, but we're looking at reasons to try and make this card stand out, considering he costs so many coins. And so if you're running him in a two-man strike partnership, the ping pass playstyle is really nice to have. You can potentially get some assists. Wow, I thought I was going to say like that. But instead we score a terrible goal because it's FC 25. But to properly get a lot of assists as well as goals, you're probably going to have to use a chem style. And so with, for example, an artist chemistry style, you will see these big stat boosts. You've got nice boosts in dribbling and a big jump up in that long passing, curve and vision, which makes his passing a lot better if you want a more well-rounded card. He already has good enough physicals, shooting and pace. I think you can focus on an artist if you play him in a strike partnership. The last thing to look at is the dribbling of this card, which, as we mentioned, is boosted by that chemistry style. You can say that Rapid Plus comes into the dribbling if you want, but base technical is really nice just to get that extra little tightness when it comes to some of these dribbles. Having 4-star skills is lovely. As you can see, we're trying to get past everybody. I mean, I would like to say what a goal, because I did go past like 6 players, but there was a little bit of having to use press proven in there, which again sort of comes under dribbling, holding off, utilising the left trigger and his strength. He's done really well there, and that is quite a technical goal for a player that maybe normally wouldn't be known for the dribbling stats. That's a lovely ball out wide by Vardy. Can we funnel it back to him? Bait them in. Low driven shot. No! So close to a really nice, well-worked all-round goal for this Vardy. I do think with this chemistry style on, you've got a very versatile player. Oh my god, he is just so quick. And that low driven plus, if you know when and where to use it, is such a fantastic playstyle. This really feels like a Vardy card that represents him at his peak. Just being able to blitz past defenders and slot it past the keeper really calmly. And it's just so much fun to be able to use him in this way. Dodgy goal there, but we'll take it. Let's go into one final game where we try and score some banging goals with him. Let me give you my final thoughts and maybe some recommendations on similar types of players and whether I think you should go and do this card. So in this final game, we're also going to set ourselves a challenge. We have to have at least one go of recreating the volley against Liverpool as we come up against an absolutely stacked team once again. These games are all in foot champs, by the way. I don't have a clue how I'm going to go about this. Maybe we just go for this. I mean, it's not what I wanted, because when I rainbow flicked it, it switched away from Vardy to Mavadidi. And then it sort of bounced off of him. He's controlled it twice, but he has banged in a power shot volley. We'll have another go, but what a phenomenal strike. Nice technical dribble, and that is a lovely finish into the bottom corner. The finishing on this Vardy, that composure as well, unbelievable. Okay, that can't count. We got to do another one. Great take. He's done the wrong skill move. We were trying to set up for the rainbow flick volley. No! I tried. So let's look at some comparable cards to this Vardy in terms of stats, play styles, and then a variety of prices. Well, in terms of Premier League strikers, team of the seasons, you've got Haaland, who's coming in 200,000 coins cheaper at the time of recording than this Vardy SBC. Unlike this Vardy, he does have base finesse shot, and he also has those elite level physicals. This card to me does feel a bit like that Team of the Year Henry card, which a lot of people love. He feels similar. I don't know if he quite has that unbelievable nature that Henry has, but I feel like that's just unique. Just with how smooth everything feels on the ball, whether it's the skill moves, the dribbling, the passing even, or the shooting, the card just feels fantastic. However, you look at some other Team of the Seasons that have come out that look very similar to Vardy, and yet they're costing a fraction of the price. I feel a great example of this is Bireth from Monaco, who also has Power Shot Plus and Low Driven Plus. He doesn't have Finesse Shot. He has 99 pace as well, shooting, passing, and dribbling in the 90s, as well as physical. He's also 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, and yet he costs less than 200,000 coins. To me, we're looking at a similar situation to the Doue SBC that we got last Friday, where the card is great. And if you use it, you're going to have a good time. Like, this card feels fantastic. And I love the fact that we get one last Vardy card as a Leicester fan. However, if you're running a Road to Glory, you don't have millions and millions of coins. Can you justify spending 900,000 coins, or maybe a little bit more, on Vardy's SBC? Well, let's quickly go through each of those assets of his card. His pace feels phenomenal. Very, very quick. The only thing that would make it better is if he had Quick Step and Rapid Plus. But this guy goes. He absolutely goes. So that, I think, has to be a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason it's not 10 is that lack of playstyle. Now let's talk about the shooting as, wow, that's actually one of the only misses he's had in these 3 and a bit games. The guy has ridiculous stats combined with 99 composure, low driven shot plus, power shot plus. His shooting is amazing. You've seen some of the goals that he's banged in. They are very, very good. Having said all that, you're a 900,000 coin Team of the Season times striker SBC, and you don't have any form of finesse shot. That's just not acceptable for the price. So 9 out of 10. His passing for a striker is fine. It's definitely not incredible. Pinged pass is nice to have, but it's not a massive game changer in your attack build-up. But the dribbling on this card is really, really nice. Whether it's double trigger dribbling, whether it's utilizing his skill moves, that base technical, the speed boosts. He does have some really, really good attributes there. And even though he doesn't have 5-star skills, I think it is really nice. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I think it's also worth noting how good his physicals are. And this card does not get bounced off the ball by defenders really easily. He can hold his own. He's got the aggression. He's got the stamina as well. As he does get a consolation goal in a game where I've been shafted by EA. So overall, the card is fantastic. It's maybe like a 9 out of 10. But the things stopping it from being that 9.5 or 10 out of 10, like the lack of finesse shot on a level of card that costs this much, mean that for myself and loads of Leicester fans, you're obviously going to do this SBC. But in terms of value for money, it's really, really hard, because there is a world where you can use your premium premium season pass finesse shot plus and add it to this card. That arguably makes him a 9.8 out of 10, and if he can get 5-star skills to go along with the 5-star weak foot, it becomes a perfect card. But you might not want to use that on him. And so in terms of value for money, for a Team of the Season level striker without finesse, that's costing so much more than some of these other cards that are being released, I just cannot say he's worth it. You look at someone like Mateus Cunha's Team of the Season as well, that is coming in at about half the cost of this Vardy SBC. A card that has significantly better passing, can also play in multiple positions, left wing and cam. He also has Finesse Shot Plus. You look at a card like that and then wonder why they've made Vardy so expensive. So value for money, out of 10, I hate to say it, I'll go for a 6. He's a fantastic striker. He'll score you a ton of goals. But there are simply too many other cards in the game that cost less that will also do that for you. Let me know what other Premier League Team of the Seasons or WSL and EFL cards that you would like to see me do videos on over this next week. Thank you so much for watching this one. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.